Good morning, this is Jack B. Flippin on Mission Reloaded Gaming here with a Universe Update Dev News dump from the Universe Update Dev News dump channel. I believe this is from middle of September. No, that was October. Alright, so beginning of October moving forward, we have some information. And let's see here, they're currently replacing the network protocol with one of the new ones he's been working on for a while. It'll clean up a lot of things as well as optimize a fair bit. Biggest aspect is messaging handling will be easier to synchronize, which would result in less errors from multi-threading. Sweet! Some native socket function changes, make memory faster. At the same time, Schema is removing every observer pattern in the code. He's never really liked the patterns, so he agreed it became depreciated in Java 11. He's replacing it with an interface-driven callback/listener system. This results in way less unnecessary calls, as well as much more control over what would be called a which listener. All right, anyway. It's a little confusing because I'm trying to read it in third person. I'm going to stop that now. Both of these things will likely be finished tomorrow, and I'm not totally sure when this was dated. Doesn't really show right away. But since I already wrote most of the code framework in a separate framework, it should be easy. Well, all of it has been written, but it has to be integrated for StarMade. Alright, that's probably what was in September. We now have October 1st. Alrighty, done after 14 hours. The refactoring system was quite huge. 369 changed files, 5,733 additions, and 7,207 deletions. October 2nd. Okay, after countless thoughts and attempts in doing the audio system that has all the properties I want. 1. Ease of use. One of the hardest things is to organize sounds and what goes where, so there needs to be a system that can assign sounds to multiple events in a similar type, like buttons. But it should also keep the freedom of being able to discern between them individually and give them different sounds. Code clutter. Putting out an event for audio should not take more than one line. And also an auto-manage itself with a meta state, so that audio can be assigned within a config and a tool. 3. Management. Tools for audio that handle the assignment, type, and parameters of the sound. After a lot more complicated approaches, I finally found a simple one that satisfies all of these requirements. Not only that, but it is reusable for other things as well. I'm going to use a tag system in combination with a preprocessor. What that essentially means is that all audio events don't take more than one line of code. Simple, broad grouping can be made with tags like GUI, OK, weapon, beam, cannon, etc. Adding more as needed. Each tag also has a hierarchy of weights so they can be sorted. Oh, cool. This assignment will be done using annotations, prepping it for the preprocessor, which will then read the code. The preprocessor will then auto-assign unique numerical IDs to each line that fires an audio event, maintaining and updating old already assigned ones, removing deleted ones, and adding new ones in a config database. In-game, all that line will do is fire a numerical ID, which means it takes minimal overhead. What happens with the event is then decided by what an assign in the config to that ID. The config will be ready at startup, so all audio events will have an endpoint. The config will then be edited in with in-game tools. Essentially, you can get a list of tag groups like this. Okay, ID 2342, GUI, main menu, close, with some more context. Auto-generated from the preprocessor. Class and package name of the event and origin. Audio is assigned to combinations of tags instead of individual events most of the time, even though an individual override is always possible. The tool will also have a feature to display what events just fired. So if you do anything that still needs a sound attached to the tool, okay, we'll live display it. This should be best and fastest to give everything a sound with minimal organizational effort and minimal code clutter. All the sound modification can be baked into the, wow, I really need to drink more coffee. Eat more coffee. Can be baked into the config too. Eventual pitch length optimization parameters, as well as attaching a position to a sound. It should just firing the sound with potential data as well as control option, start, update, stop. Alrighty. All GUI actions should have an audio event attached to them. That should be tagged right away. I'll make it so that I can flag possibly wrong tagging later and change it with the auto reflect back into the code. Another big refractor of 2,000 changed files, 6,000 additions, and 9,000 deletions. Oh. October 3rd. Today was fixing bugs with the integration of the new network code. It's fully working now. I'm going to do some audio work in the evening. A couple hours later, fully working. It's just regard to the net code. Will still be a bit playable snapshot. Oh, be a bit for the playable snapshot. Sweet. All right, so what we're getting out of this is better network code and sounds. Congratulations, StarMade. We have real sounds coming. Huzzah!